Hey, Matt Griffith here, and I'm going to show you how to make an animated Pixar-style movie, or in my case, a trailer today. And we're going to use an arsenal of AI tools. It's not going to just be one. We're going to be using AI to create the scripts, the characters, the images, the animated sequences, the voiceovers, and even the music. I mean, after all, you got to have cinematic music with a movie, right? And if you notice, my background is a little different. I'm in the El Dorado Lounge in the Bogota airport in Colombia, getting ready to get on a flight. But let's get started.
In a world where legends come to life,
Wow, the map was bright.
one boy dares to uncover the secrets of the lost temple.
Wow!
An ancient artifact waits for the one brave enough to find it, but not without peril. A wrong step could be his last.
We must solve this before it's too late.
With only his wits to guide him, he must outsmart every obstacle
Woohoo!
to reach the treasure. But he is not alone. Someone else wants the idol. Only one will prevail.
I did it!
This summer, get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Tommy Travers, The Lost Temple.
It's just amazing what you can create in a matter of a few hours with the help of AI tools. If you're into the AI world, you'll quickly figure out how to make awesome things in less time. But if you're new to AI tools, you'll quickly figure out how to use them. All of them have a learning curve that's easy to follow, and you'll be an expert in an hour or two. So let's break down how I made all of this. We'll do a step-by-step on all the AI tools I used to create each single part of the movie trailer. Some of the tools I used are free and some are paid platforms, but I can assure you that they'll make your money's worth. So for starters, the most important part of creating content using these tools is to have good planning. You can fine-tune your idea until you have a good plan to start with using tools like ChatGPT or Claude to create your character's description, detailed scene scripts, text for the narration that will be in your video, dialogues, and more. So the first tool for me and my go-to tool every time I want to brainstorm something is ChatGPT, and sometimes I may ask the same question to Claude and/or Perplexity and see the different responses. The first thing I did was ask ChatGPT to help me create a prompt for an animated character. Yes, a prompt. And I will tell you why. If you're on the free plan for ChatGPT, you can rely on other free tools like Microsoft Copilot to create the images of your character and the different scenes for your movie. The answer from ChatGPT gives a structure to follow for the most important things your character has to have, such as the appearance, personality and traits, the setting and world, and the poses and expressions. Using that approach, ChatGPT gives us an example of how a prompt should look like, including all of these elements. Using that as an example, we can now describe our character's physical appearance, personality, and the world our character belongs to. So my character is an 8-year-old boy. He's an adventurer, much like a kid version of Indiana Jones. Giving ChatGPT more details about the character's looks and clothes, ChatGPT's reply gives me a good prompt to start with. It may require a tweak or two to achieve the look I'm looking for when generating the character's image, but it's a great base to start with. So before I jump to the next step, I'll show you how you can create your character's images for free using Microsoft Copilot. To use Copilot, first you must register on the platform to be able to use it. Once you're registered, copy the prompt from ChatGPT and paste it into Copilot to generate your first image, and there you go. You can download your image or ask Copilot to generate new ones for your scenes, describing each scene one by one. Copilot will give you images in square format, so make sure to click the image and select a landscape setting for your image, since it will be the format you should use for your video. For my character creation, I used MidJourney, which gives me a little more freedom on little details for my images, such as using a reference image for my scenes, generating variations of one image, and much more. So I copy and paste the prompt from ChatGPT and add minor but important tweaks to the prompt, such as create an animated character in Pixar-style of an 8-year-old boy, to let the AI know the look and feel I'm looking for in the resulting image. Once the initial grid is ready, I choose one of the 4 generated images to be my starting point for the character. Now that I have my character, I go back to ChatGPT to create the whole script for the movie trailer I want to create. I give a little description of what the movie trailer will be about and ask it to first give me an overview of the trailer idea and then give me a table with each separated scene, giving a description of the scene set, the camera angle, the character's action in the scene, background music, narration, and most importantly, a prompt for creating that scene. Lastly, one important detail is to tell it how long you plan your trailer to be. In this case, I'm looking for something around the 2-minute mark, and I know it will probably be less because, quite frankly, AI almost always gives me less than I request. But this will give guidance to the AI for how many scenes to create to reach that time mark, or at least get really close to it. The resulting table has all the details I asked for, including the prompt for the scene. It created a total of 13 scenes that cover the plot for the movie trailer. I'll take every prompt and paste it into MidJourney to create each of my scenes. Since the character is on every scene, I'll download the image I selected to be my character and re-upload it to MidJourney to use it as a reference image. So first I paste my prompt, add a -cref parameter, followed by the image address of my character, and a -cw parameter to establish the character weight at 100. This tells MidJourney to reference the character and generate an image with the same character that's 100% the same, and which obviously will never be completely exact, but it will be extremely close. And then add at the beginning of the prompt, create an animated Pixar-style frame of, to keep the look consistent. I will do this with every scene prompt to make sure it has a consistent style for the images. Using this method, I generated every scene's still frame, regenerated the ones that were not good, and new ones that came to my mind that better suited some of the scenes. Creating this can take about an hour to do so, and we're talking about a 2-minute long animation, so make sure to plan your every scene in advance if you're using free tools such as Copilot that may have a daily cap on how many images you can create a day, since this part can take much more time if you're planning to do a longer animation. For this short project only, I created about 200 images to cover all of the scenes I needed and selected the ones that showed exactly what I wanted to show for my character's adventure. Depending on how long your video is, this may quickly scale up to 1,000 images for a project. After generating all of your images, make sure to upscale, download, and rename them to keep them organized with the scene number so you know how your sequence goes. Now moving into animate our frames, for this we're using Luma Labs' Dream Machine. It is an awesome platform to animate images. It can create animations from a text prompt or image to video that you can enhance with a text prompt so you don't get a lot of weird artifacts in your video. It's a matter of trial and error. Dream Machine offers great camera moves that you can add to your prompt to have natural camera flow that matches your scene in content and emotion. When creating a video using a text or image prompt, you may run into some artifact in your video like morphing, objects not moving, or with weird movement patterns, text not generating correctly, or the Janus effect. The great thing about Dream Machine is that they're completely transparent about the platform's current limitations, and they let you know about it. So it's not a complete letdown when your video generations don't turn out as expected. You can sign up for the free plan by just using your Google account, but you will be subject to the platform's availability when trying to generate video, since their priority is the users of the paid plans. It's still a great option to do the free plan, but your project may take several days to complete, and this is just the beginning. So my recommendation is to get on the paid plan, which is only $9.99 a month and will allow you to do 70 video generations per month, 40 from the paid plan plus the 30 from the free plan. Once inside the platform, we're greeted by a pop-up telling us the new camera feature that you can use to include in your video. Just type camera into your prompt and select the movement you want for the camera. You even have a small preview of what the movement does. So let's start with our first scene. I created a frame of a dense jungle as an opening scene for the trailer before showing the character. So I'll select the jungle as the first frame, and you can add an ending frame. So for my ending frame, I'll choose the first frame of the scene. Then I type camera in my prompt and select camera push in, and complete the prompt describing what should happen in the scene. It took about 1.5 minutes to complete my video generation. When ready, just hover your mouse over the image to see a preview, or click the image to see the video a little larger. You can choose to extend your video, which doesn't always get a good result, or you just download your creation. When downloading your videos, make sure to name every sequence correctly so you can keep track of the sequences of video that you'll need to create. The first scene turns out perfectly, even though there's a little morphing going on with the character when the camera is still far away, but it is fixed once it gets closer. So rinse and repeat the same process with every scene, selecting your camera movement and describing your scene in your prompt. Once finished, download every scene to move to the next step. The next step is creating the narrator's voice for the trailer and maybe some lines for your character to say during some of the scenes. For that, we're going to use 11 Labs, which in my opinion is the best text-to-speech generator around. It will even let you create a professional voice clone of yourself to use however you want. Before generating our narrator's voice, I'll browse through the voice library looking for a suitable voice for the narrator. After finding the voice, click Use to generate using that voice type.
This summer, get ready for the adventure of a lifetime.
I'll copy and paste each part of the narrator's speech that I previously generated with ChatGPT and download every generated audio clip separately. I'll name every audio clip after the scene number so I know which one goes with which scene. Once I'm done with the narrator pieces, I'll browse the library again to find a voice that I can use for the character's lines. I'll do just a few lines for maybe 1 or 2 scenes. When finished, I download the voice clips to have them edited and ready for the next step. One of the coolest tools I've found is sync.so. This platform will let you sync lips from any video to any audio. How cool is that? It will even work with different languages, including English, Spanish, Japanese, and many more. The registration process is simple, just with your Google account. Sync.so offers a free plan that works really well if you're not planning to do large amounts of lip sync. But if you're planning on a large-scale production, one of the paid plans may be a better fit for you. So once you've registered, you'll land on the playground. This is where you'll upload your video and audio clips for Sync to do its magic. First, drag and drop or browse to select your video clip, and below the video window, you will find the place for your audio clip. Sync will analyze the audio and video files and create the frames necessary for the lip sync to appear. For this, I'm using the free plan. The only downside I can see is that it will leave a watermark on the top right corner of your video, and this is not as annoying as it was before when it used to put a gigantic watermark in the center of the screen.
Wow, the map was right.
It will only generate the necessary frames to cover the audio clip, sometimes resulting in a much shorter video clip. So be aware of that so that you can complete the missing video portion when you do the final editing for your video. That being said, I'll do the rest of the lip sync video clips I need, and depending on the result, they may or may not be in the final video trailer.
There we go. I must solve this before it's too late. Woohoo! Did it!
Now, one of the most important elements in a good movie trailer, the music. I'll be creating a musical piece to go with the trailer using one of the most amazing AI tools so far, Suno. For Suno, I'll be using the free plan, which will give you enough credits for you to generate a good amount of songs. So let's get started. Click the Create section in the left side menu, turn on the instrumental switch since we don't want any lyrics, and describe what you're looking for in that instrumental piece. I'll go with cinematic, orchestra, brass, movie soundtrack, movie trailer, and then click the Create button and wait for your masterpiece to show. Out of the generated options, one called City of Dreams caught my attention, and right off the bat is the perfect soundtrack for a movie trailer. Give it a listen. Now that our soundtrack is completely generated and ready to download, we can see we have a 2-minute 45-second track ready to be used in our trailer. Click the 3 dots and select Download Audio to save your MP3 file to your computer. Now that we have all elements that we need, it all comes down to the editing part. For this, you can use any of the free online editors available like DaVinci Resolve, CapCut, Clipchamp, or iMovie if you own a Mac that comes free with your OS. That way you don't have to pay a monthly fortune to be able to edit your videos. Of course, this depends on the quality you want for your projects and how often you do this type of project. For this trailer, I used Adobe Premiere Pro to put together all the scenes, audio, sound effects, and transitions I wanted in my video, since it offers a little more flexibility when it comes to assembling your video project. Now come on, this video was really cool, wasn't it? If you like this video, it would really help out a small channel like mine if you would subscribe and also hit that like button. Until next time.